do this for my J Quiet niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's rough out here in the dead end. But it's like this here. They make it hard on the nigga cause my skin nigga up the same.
Good evening, everyone. It's your man PSTOCK. This is iHipHopTV one-on-one. Hey, we pride ourselves on bringing, for a while, we're iHipHopTV, but we're not limited to hip hop artists. Hip hop artists, that's the culture. That's what we ride with. But music is music. We love music. We take on music from all types. We look for it. They just, if they want to come on tonight, we have a great guest. I want you to check this one out. This is some new. You need the music, real musicians and real people that love music and that are in the music. They will, they will love it and they will understand and they'll hit it, So it's no biggie. Definitely a big shout out to Dark Diva 70, militiaglobal.com. Get over there and check out that How to Find Mr. Right by Mr. Kerry Gardet. Definitely want to get that. Download that lady so that I can give you, it's a good coach. He's a great coach, seen on all the major platforms and TV, life coach, coach, relationship coach, even got a book out of how to get the dream job in 60 days. So check him out, Kerry Gardet on militiaglobal.com. Definitely check out iHipHopTV.com. Follow us at Aladdin19, at iHipHopTV. Dark Diva 70, big shout out to the team, Young NAZ, 2K Kent, Virago, everybody out there, Dr. Richard, holding it down. So tonight we're going to get into it. The artists that we have tonight, the music, I love it. I've been around the world in music and other things. And, I love, all type of music and from different cultures and everywhere because, they all tell in the long run similar stories, that sometimes it's in different languages, sometimes, it's a different sound, but, the stories are similar. Everyone, looking for love or heartbreak or anything that happens, or just, to rejoice in happiness, so, I like it all. You can tell by the music, you can pick it up and it's great. It's great. But tonight we have an artist coming in, this is OHAD. I don't like to mess it up. Ashkenazi, coming in. Sorry about that, but here it goes. Hold on. We're going to check this out. It's called Deja Vu. All right, we have OHAD down here, everybody. What's going on, OHAD? What's happening? Hey,
Ralph, how are you?
good.
Thank
Hey,
you for having me.
hey, great. It's about music. Come on through. We always open to hear music. To bless people and give them new experiences and show them different things about music. I'm all for it.
Amen.
Coming from the background I came from. But let the viewers know where you're from and how long you've been singing.
Okay, so I'm Ohad. Hi. I'm from Herzliya in Israel. I've been singing, oh my God, I think since I was 8 or 9, I think. Like I remember being uh, cast in like a school play. It was a musical, and they didn't give me the lead role, but they wrote in a solo for me because they liked how I sang, and then it clicked. I was like, okay, let's do that. I like how this is going. Um, so yeah, so that's when I started, and ever since until now.
And ever since till now. So what got so you started out singing, so that got you in the music, but what inspired you to start making music? And how would you describe your the music that you create typically?
That's actually kind of an odd question because I have the privilege of being bilingual.
Yes.
I was born in Israel, but then I grew up in Hong Kong. When I was 8, my family moved because of my dad's work,
Okay.
and I stayed there till I finished high school. So I had the benefit of having a very eclectic musical childhood.
Yes.
I grew up on the one hand on Middle Eastern music and Mediterranean music and Arabic music being Israeli, but also in Hong Kong I listened to a lot of K-pop and a lot of canto pop and a lot of oddly enough,
Yes.
R&B and hip hop and soul. So I kind of had this very intense musical education as a child.
Yes.
But then what got me to writing was my personal story. I came out as gay, um, I think when I was 19. I'm 25 at the moment.
Okay.
So when I entered into that phase, before I came out, I was writing songs, but they weren't really clicking. And Hebrew, as opposed to English, is a gendered language. We have male words and we have female
Right.
words. And just by using a specific pronoun, it's very distinguishable who you're singing to. And when I was in the closet, I had to do all this kind of gymnastics to avoid using male pronouns
Right.
because I had this big secret that I didn't want, revealed. And I was going through this intense writer's block, and I thought, you know what, just for the exercise, why don't you try writing cleanly? And honestly, you don't have to show it to anyone. Just write something. But then the song I wrote was way more uh, appealing to me than the other stuff that I've written before.
Right.
And I thought, okay, maybe this is what being authentic gets you.
Yeah.
You're more
Yeah.
satisfied with the result at the end. And that's kind of how I carried on from there.
Wow.
And as for how I describe my music, it's different. In Hebrew and in English, you can hear how stylistically different it is,
Yes.
sound-wise.
Yes.
I mean, in Hebrew, it's more alternative, singer-songwriter. It's still pop, but it's more in that area.
Right.
And in English, it's more heavily influenced by R&B, by soul, by funk, a little bit
That's
of
what I got.
rap, even though I don't consider myself.
That's what I
Yeah.
got out
Okay.
of your
Cool.
music. That's definitely what I got out of it, and that's big, and that's big, and I know it must have been hard, but whenever you came out, before you came out, and then once you came out and you got that monkey off your back per se, that
Yeah.
allowed you to really open up and do your music the way you feel it now. Is that why that part come out, more?
Yes, also, I think it also influenced kind of the overlying message of really all of my songs, which is owning who you are, knowing your value, and then adding tax. That's how I like to describe it.
Right.
Um, because it's not something that's usually talked about here. I mean, I also have a couple of friends that have asked me, why don't you try writing for women? Those songs will be way more marketable. You could sell them to other artists if you don't want to sing them. And I thought, well, if I have to explain why you're hearing a guy sing to another guy about, their relationship, then maybe we're not in such an accepting place as a society as we claim to
Right.
be. Um, and that kind of like, I don't want to be a flag bearer or, to carry a torch or whatever, but I do feel that representation matters. Um, and I don't hear anybody else in the Israeli music scene, at least, doing what I'm doing without giving some sort of an explanation as to why it's there. And I just like leaving it in the space and having people read into it what they want. Um, because I think that the second you have to justify it or apologize for it or explain it, then the effect goes away.
Yeah.
Well, at least for
Yeah.
me, I don't know. It's subjective.
I understand. I understand. And I understand what you were saying about Hong Kong. I've been to Hong Kong several times. It was one of my favorite cities over there to visit.
Isn't it though? It's so magical.
It's fun, man. I used to go over, hang out at Kowloon, and and you got you used to have the midnight markets, great shopping there, and great seafood for if you like seafood, and the nightlife was great too. It was a great nightlife over there.
Yeah, Fong, the street of all streets.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is. So right now, when you're creating your music now, what do you take, into your creative process now as you're creating these songs, pop, like to be the crossover, the mainstream, being in Israel, from Israel, and on top of that, how is your music accepted over there? Is the community accepting? Or the pop community? I'm saying the music community. I'm not worried about people. People. I don't. You got to discount that. But is the music scene okay over there? I mean, I understand COVID's in play, but how's the music scene over there been for you as
Actually,
well?
I have COVID to thank because thanks to COVID, I'm working on 2 projects simultaneously. I started a Hebrew EP before COVID, and ever since it hit, it kind of pushed back all the deadlines. So now I'm working on my English EP and my Hebrew EP at the same time, which
Okay.
is kind of hard to juggle them both. But the Hebrew stuff is being received well so far. The English stuff nobody's heard yet, but
Okay.
I think it's very exciting. I like to categorize the English stuff as kind of fan art because I'm aware that most of the stuff that influenced my English stuff comes from Black culture, and I'm not a part of that. I'm like as white as you can get.
Right. Right.
But I am through and through a fan, and I want to make sure that I do it with respect as to where it came from, with the awareness as to where it came from, and to really, it's kind of like my love letter to all the artists that I grew up listening to.
Right. Right.
You know, the Aretha, the Whitney, the Ledisi, um, even new ones, Duran Bernard and Daniel Caesar and her and Jennifer Hudson,
Yes.
all these big people and voices, and
Right. Right. Have you ever listened to Luther
a letter
Vandross?
to
Have you ever
at the
had a
same time
chance?
acknowledging that I'm
Yeah. Yeah. I understand
yes,
Luther Vandross
yes,
and
never too
and
much is my jam.
yeah. Yeah. Never too much. And then artists like I said, I just did an interview with an artist out of Atlanta that's a singer. We don't get too many singers, male at that, so coming through, it's big. So that's the influence, and it's great to hear you say, that you do it and you want to respect the music and the culture and do it. So that's making me, I want to hear it, because you say you got that funk, you grew up listening to funk and everything, and
You
you
will, you
incorporated
will.
all of that in there. Do you do your own production as well, or do you have producers that you work with?
I work with one producer for my English stuff. His name is Roy Bitan. He's super talented. I don't know if I can maybe send you his handle or something so you can give him a shout out too because he really deserves it.
Okay, okay,
He is also swimming in the same genre pool that I am. So we have a kind of like a common uh, language and a shorthand when it comes to doing things our way. And now with COVID in place, where we can't meet anymore, he kind of sends me drafts and I give him notes and he incorporates them. And we kind of have this shorthand going, which I'm very happy with.
right, right, right. So you're able to continue on. You don't have no break in your creative processes.
No days
You
off.
know,
No days off here.
no break. Is there any artists out there that you would like to work with? If you had a choice right now and the opportunity, what artists would you?
How much time do you have? I have so many. I think my top one, if I had to choose one, it would be I think Queen Herbie.
Okay.
Just because I've been following her since the Carmen days. She's this incredible singer and
Okay.
rapstress. I don't know if that's the female version of the word, but she has just this unique vocal aesthetic, and her vibrato is out of this world. And the way that she transitions from singing to rapping so fluidly, it just I'm so envious of her talents and her gifts. And I think that if anyone would be down to collab with me, I hope it would be her.
Okay. Okay.
But if you had room for more people at the table, I'll probably throw in Tori Kelly, Ledisi. I love Ledisi, and Duran Bernard. Four people for a collab, hopefully.
Okay, okay, that's big. That's really big. And it's probably coming down the pike. And for your
Oh my God.
producer, yeah, definitely tell him to hit us up. You got my contacts. That's about. I would like to talk to him on production and producing and stuff. I dabbled. That's what I did. I come from instruments. Playing instruments, and then got into the went to the from instruments to DJing with instruments, and then the electronic productions, MIDI control, and everything else. So. The music is history, so I like that with the singing. I love hip hop. I love rap. Don't get me wrong. Uh, a lot of it today, I hate to say, it can be categorized as disposal, but disposable. But the singing R&B or pop, funk songs, those tend to have longevity, especially good ones. You make your mark and it lasts because then people start using your stuff. They start mocking you, and that point. So with that being said, how has the how do you feel, about the state of the music business and the direction you're going? Do you feel positive that, once COVID break, you'll be able to get out there and catch more shows? Have you been doing stream shows online? What's been going on?
COVID has been a problem, I have to admit. I think I started off 2020 way too confidently,
Okay.
if I think about it now, because I kind of felt like I was roll, I was finally released out there, and all the stars kind of seemed to align for me, and I was actually preparing to move to Boston to finish up my studies at Berklee, the College of Music,
Right.
because I had auditioned for them earlier that year, earlier in 2019, I meant, and kind of like half-heartedly because I didn't think it would happen, but then they accepted me and they gave me this rather substantial scholarship, which all of a sudden made this very feasible for me.
Right. Right.
So I was in the middle of all these projects and I was getting my visa together and looking into, apartments and health insurance. And then all of a sudden COVID hit and it was like a vacuum. Everything just canceled at once.
Sucked out. And Berkeley's up in Boston, right? Berkeley's up in Massachusetts. That's what you're talking about? Yeah.
That Berkeley.
Great music. Oh man, I know. So is that still there once this is all over?
It's on hold at the moment. I've managed to persuade them to keep my scholarship till next September. Hopefully something will change until then.
Yes.
But I'm kind of putting it to the side at the moment to keep doing what I'm doing, because it came from a place where I was doing what I loved and I was getting paid without, needing a side hustle.
Yes.
And I was so proud of that. And then all of a sudden, everything got canceled like at once. I remember the week that Israel went into the first lockdown that we had. I had 4 shows that week, like night after night. And I was so happy that things were lining up. And then they were canceled and they never came back.
Wow.
And I had these 2 or 3 months where I had to remember my self-esteem and really gather a different business plan and take it in a different direction, because most of my income was, live shows, and I didn't have the opportunity to do those anymore. So I had to figure out what I wanted to do. So I started teaching a lot. I'm a vocal coach as well here in Israel.
Okay.
And I just started teaching a lot more through Zoom. It's a bit more difficult, but I'm making it work. So
Make it work. Yeah.
I used to never think in limitations. In terms of limitations, everything was a challenge. I used to, figure out how many projects can I come in at once? Because who am I? I don't say no. If someone asks me to do something, then of course, I'll find a way to make it happen.
Right.
And then this was the first time that I've ever felt like, oh my God, I bit off more than I could chew. What am I gonna do? But I'm making it work. I'm trying to focus on keeping it moving and not mellowing in those negative thoughts, because it never ends. You never get out of it once you get into it. So I try to keep a more positive outlook, and the music that comes out at the end, I'm very satisfied with. So
very satisfied.
Hopefully it's working.
That's what counts. That's what counts. To reach out. How has the internet now played a role? Has that made it easier for you to reach out to other people? With the internet, it seems the world's borderless now. So you're able to get your music out to other genres. How have you been getting? Have you did any samples, any releases, and got what kind of looks are you getting? Positive.
So far, yes. I don't want to jinx it, so I'm very careful with what I say. I believe in and what I put out into the world I get back. So I try to remain positive. I've gotten so much positive feedback, which is very heartwarming, and I can't wait to show the rest of the stuff. It's just so close to being ready, and once it is, I'm just gonna put it out everywhere.
All right. Make sure you hit us up. Especially when you do your videos. We got all kind of video shows we run, and new networks getting ready to pop up. So and that's okay. iHipHopTV.
Yeah, I've been watching.
All music, all artists. we love it. Come on through, and that's what it's about. It's about art, and it's about the culture, the music, no matter which direction you take it. Because that spin, and I really can't wait to hear your English versions of stuff as well. So you can hear that them sounds of all of the different people that you grew up listening to. That's going to be very interesting on with your sound and everything.
That I actually learned from. I learned that what I do now. I learned from Duran Bernard. He does it very well. All these different vocal stacks, the harmonies and layers.
Yes.
Because my producer is really good with, as you said, instruments and beats and MIDI and I know nothing about that world, but
Right.
what I do know comes from vocal aesthetics, whether it's breathed runs, whether it's harmonies, whether it's all these different moving parts, whether it's the bevox having their own different catchy tune that, like, if you focus on only the bevox, you get something different. I like having all these different layers of vocals coming together. It's something that I think ties my whole English EP, even though the subject matters can be a bit different song to song. The aesthetic is there, the layers are there. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I hope someone can approve later on.
Yeah. I feel you. So and that's big, and so yeah, we're just gonna be lookout. Just give us drop us an alert so we can check it out. We definitely want to check it out. And right now, if you wasn't doing music, which now is hard and everything else, what do you think you would be doing as a career?
Wow. Oh my gosh. I never really thought of a plan B, which is kind of dangerous now that I think of it.
Right.
Yeah, it was always something to do with entertainment. I think my first dream was actually musical theater. It was more being like an actor who sings.
Right.
But then I figured out that doing music, you can kind of create your own world. And if you're acting, you're kind of waiting for someone to discover you. Whereas, in music, you kind of create your own content. And when you act, you're waiting for someone to give you permission to do something.
Yes.
So it was always going to be something in entertainment. But if I had to choose something different, I'm very interested in sciences, biology and chemistry especially. So maybe something about that.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
I'm interested in learning new
Yeah,
things.
it's always something to consider. You gotta definitely gotta consider that. But let everyone know what's next for OHAD. What you got going on next.
Ooh. Okay, so first things first, these two EPs, I have to finish them. My Hebrew one is going to be first because we're in the mastering stage now. And that's going to come out, I think, in a month or two.
Okay.
Something like that soon. And I'm very excited for that. And then straight away, the English one, I'm trying to not stop is my thing.
Mm-hmm.
My new thing now is just not stopping. And the second we can get the live shows back, just perform the hell out of
Everything.
every nook and cranny that I
Everything.
can that I can slither into.
I seen in the video you got a band, so you have a band you play with when you go out, or that's just for that
Yes,
one thing.
I actually met all of them. I met all of them at music school here in Israel, and we're a band, but we're also really good friends. So it's good that we can collaborate even without the excuse of being a band. If
Yes.
someone if
Uh-oh.
if he needs someone to layer vocals on one of his tracks, he would call me, and if I need a bass player for some other thing I'm working on, it's kind of like a scratching of backs happening,
Yeah.
which I'm very happy with.
Yeah,
Because
you got to make
music
that
is fun.
happen.
At the end of the day, you have to have fun with it, and it's not just about the work. It's also about enjoying what you do.
Camaraderie. Yeah, you're right. The camaraderie and everything of music, you gotta go that route, so that makes and that makes sense, and the bands,
And I also found that COVID made everyone really hungry as well. I mean,
yeah,
it's one thing, going out and doing your thing because it's your job, but when all of a sudden all of these freedoms and opportunities are kind of taken from you, you feel like they're taken from you. You kind of put yourself out there more, and you say yes to things that you normally wouldn't have said yes to but then they satisfy you even more than you thought, and you're like, okay, let's keep going down this route. Let's see where this takes me. And I kind of really felt that out of COVID. Like that's what I'm really grateful for, even if, with how hard it was. I still felt this hunger, and it even intensified as we went along. So
yeah,
there's good in every setback.
Yeah. So hopefully the vaccines and everything get around and it opens it back up. I can't wait. I'm with you. So
Israel's going really hard with with the vaccine.
Yeah, if they work, I hope they work the way they say they're going to work.
I really do.
And everything to make it easier. On us. Yeah, definitely keep your fingers crossed. Keep your fingers crossed. So hey, is there anyone out there you want to shout out? Say what's up and shout out the team and everything. Let them know what's happening.
Okay, first of all, Dark Diva for contacting me, because I was surprised. All the stuff that I have out is in Hebrew, and for you guys to see me and like me is first of all for granted. So her for reaching out, I'm very grateful. Yes. And also my two producers, Roy Bitan and Aviad Vdevani, who's doing my Hebrew stuff. I'll be sure to send you guys their handles if you have room to shout them out. I think they would appreciate it, and they really deserve it. They were doing a fantastic job. Yeah,
that's what's up. They gotta get them to stop through, talk shop a little bit. We work with a lot of producers.
I also kind of tend to be like a tyrant when it comes to work. I'm very pedantic, and I also give a lot of notes. And I think if I can pay them back in any way,
I understand.
This would be the way.
Understand? Yeah, that's a good way. You're showing them love. You're letting them see. You're showing them love. That's what's up. What's up? But we appreciate you coming through, OHAD. We got you on the radar. We're gonna be on the lookout. Big shout out to Dark Diva. That's good to bring that music in. The world music. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
World music.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, no thing. Thank you for coming through, man. You be safe out there. Peace and blessings. And definitely watch that bug out there. Stay and keep working. I know you are.
Yeah, working from home, doing my best. I hope you guys are safe as well, and you're doing well. I don't know what the situation is like in America, but hopefully it's better than the rest of the world sees.
I don't think so. I think we got more people dying from COVID than anywhere else in the world. So it's a lot of stuff that's going on. So this situation just opens people's eyes, and maybe the right people in leadership come in and make things happen and get things back steadied in the right direction. Equal for everyone.
On presidency, hopefully a new start.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We like it.
I don't.
Anything beats Donald Trump. I mean, that's the only thing I can say about that. But yes, peace and blessings.
It seems that way too. It seems that way to me too from the outside, but I don't want to, commentate on something that I don't feel that confident. I don't think I know enough.
Oh yeah, it is what it is. You're thinking right. That's what it is. It was a mess. So there was nothing getting done, nothing going on. So that's the state. But hopefully, the spring will be good. Something's coming.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
All right, OHAD. Peace and blessings, bro.
כל היום על קוצים, הולך על ביצים, מתחבק מחיצים, מנסה להבין ממה כבר השתגעת. אתה אומר בקטנה, לא בכוונה, פעם אחרונה, אני לא משוכנע שאתה לא נפגעת. אם הכל בסדר, אז למה אני לא מאמין לך?
Save 5% with keyword iHeart. You're listening to
I'm not a loser!
Deacon Live. Deacon Live.
Of course.
Deacon Live presents to you 2K Kent and their latest song, On That Chick. Follow them on Instagram, Twitter, and see their new Apple commercial on iHipHopTV.com.
I pull up, phantom, flossing this part of the anthem. Just move your body, you gon' make me cop a new Bugatti. Ride with me like Dre Chick, I take you to the Bay Chick, to the city, right across the Bay Bridge. Kick it with me, I show you how we stay rich. Sipping on that excellence convo. After that, we straight to the condo. 2K, the head honcho. She wanna get with me cause I'm so that dude, so hood. I give it.
Hey everyone, it's PSTOCK. This is iHipHopTV 1-on-1. That was OHAD ASHKENAZI. You know, that's interesting, the Hebrew funk mix. You know, I like to hear the English versions of it. You know, the music is you know, good. You can hear the Hebrew, you know, the sound. So I want to hear the English version with the funk and everything, see what these producers got, you know. But this is iHipHopTV 1-on-1. I'm your host, PSTOCK. You know, big shout out to Dark Diva, bringing it through. Get on over to Militia Global, get some of that Mad Money Militia gear you just seen. You know, big shout out to 2K Kent. Definitely hit him up, follow him. You know, follow Young NAZ, at Young NAZ, at 2K Kent _2K Kent. Check him out at Aladdin19, at Dark Diva 70, at iFreedomTV, at Nia Longstacks. You know, check us all out, Virago. Everybody, you know, everything's happening, everybody's popping. You know, that's what it's about. iHipHop, the culture is evolving. It's taking off around the world. It's getting into everybody's playlist. You know, people are digesting it and making it a part of what they're doing, and that's big. And that's big for all artists and everybody involved, you know, because music is the universal key and answer. You know, there's always music no matter what. Country music, there's always that country song you like. People say they don't like a certain genre of music. There's always a song you see them. Yeah, well, okay, I like this one. This one ain't considered that. It's great music. Great music is good music, you know, so you can listen to it, you know. Big shout out to Lex Luger, the Backwood Ambassador. Once again, you know, JP Jones, Max Swagger, iHipHopTV South, you know, Gulf Coast Promotion, Clarence Thompson, Billy Stokes, you know, making it pop. You know, let's get it going. You know, this is iHipHopTV, you know, after 2021. Great. You know, the R&B's coming through, the pop's coming through, and hip-hop is, you know, this is your home. You know, so we're all here. Everybody's always here. But check us out. Go to YouTube, subscribe to the iHipHopTV channel, set the alert button so you can be alerted for these shows that we drop. And definitely check us out on iHipHopTV.com. Check it out. You know, there's a lot going on, a lot coming down in 2021, and you don't want to miss out. You want to get there. You know, again, this is PSTOCK. This is iHipHopTV 1-on-1. Catch me Friday, iHipHopTV, Aladdin19's Freestyle Friday. It's always popping. Always popping. Come through, check us out. Peace.
Hey, yo, what's shaking, man? It's the KID, the Kid Capri, man. Shout out to PSTOCK and Aladdin19, man. Check out iHipHopTV.com on YouTube and iHipHopTV Talk Show live on iFreedomTV International. All right, Block Party Action, the Kid Capri on Sirius XM Fly every Saturday and Sunday, shaking it up. All right, you know what it is, man. Hey, yo, y'all do y'all thing, PSTOCK and Aladdin.
Everyone listen up. Catch It's Lit TV.
Turn it on!
7 days a week. Playing the newest hip hop and R&B videos.
Music, interviews, videos.
On the Hype Network via Roku.
They talk to me in the streets, they be like, you be killing it.
Every night at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by Lex Luger.
Come on, remember my name.
The Backwood Ambassador.
You know who plays new music first?
With the underground. Catch your favorite artist as well as new artists.
For all the music videos, news, interviews, and more.
On It's Lit TV.
Gotta rep the set.
Now, 7 days a week.
7
at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Hype Network via Roku.
Keep it lit.
That's right, It's Lit TV is on 7 days a week, hosted by the Backwood Ambassador, Lex Luger.
Oh, yeah. Hey, everybody, it's me, Lunell, the original bad girl of comedy. I just want you to know that my friend Young Nas has got the Heater album out right now. I want you to go and download the album High Risk. And I love this song, Vibes, featuring my man from Oakland, like me, the legendary Mr. Lenny Williams. So go on and download that right now and get swerve on, get your groove on. Yeah, Young Nas got it going on. Oh yeah, Vibes featuring Lenny Williams on Young Nas' new album, Ain't No Fun. Do they still make albums? Oh shit, I'm old. Well, download that shit. Stream that shit. Upload it, download it, whatever the fuck you gotta do. But get it right now, because it's that fire. Hey.
We just tryna come up on a milli, dawg. Tell me what's the move.
Tell me what's the move.
Young, hungry niggas tryna get it all. Tell me what's the move.
Nigga, tell me what's the move.
Hey, yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy, Sheik Luch, LOXD Block, Silverback. What up? First off, shout out to PSTOCK, man. And check them out on HipHopTV.com on YouTube. Shit is fire. Word. And follow iHipHopTV, Aladdin19. What up? What up? Follow that. That's ALUDDIN 19. You heard? Your boy, Sheik Luch, LOXD Block. Let's go. Peace.